lovely.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
It's lovely.
How about some more coffee?
Love some.
Oh, it feels like it's almost empty.
Should we make that poor busboy come all the way up here again?
Yes. I shall call room service.
Okay. If Joy
Again?
had any class at all, they'd have an extension on every table.
I definitely agree. Who is it?
Your father, ma'am, open the door.
I thought he'd already left.
Oh, looks like he came back.
Are you decent?
Yes, just a minute, I'm coming. Daddy, you know, you were so quiet this morning, I thought you'd already left.
Well, I just went to the lobby to get...
Morning.
Really, Mim?
Daddy, can't you say good morning?
Don't get fresh with me.
Look, I think I'd just better be going.
No, Babs, you just stay there. Daddy, it's good morning.
This is a beautiful house, even when it's empty. Somebody needs to do a little cleaning, though.
Fine, let the highest bidder do it.
Well, you could, I guess, but the truth is, Nancy, the better it looks when you present it, the more you're likely to get for it when you
It's
auction it.
not worth it. I mean, Terry wants to fool with it fine, but I can't be bothered.
Nancy, are you sure about the time they're supposed to bring the furniture?
Yes, I'm sure. Oh, look, someone's here now anyway. Oh, no, look at... It's Terry. I can't believe that. She can't leave me alone for a minute.
Well, maybe it's a good thing she's here, Nancy. Maybe she'd be willing to stay and wait for the movers while we get to work.
Vicki, I can't go to work today. I mean, I've got to see these movers and pay them. Then I've got to go find Mrs. Phillips, and I got to pay her, and then have this trial this afternoon. You know, I can only do so much.
Trial? You never said anything about a trial.
Tab Barron's trial. You know my jewelry, remember? Well, it comes up for trial this afternoon. Hopefully this should be the end of it.
Nancy, I don't mind bringing you here for an errand. I realize your car is in the shop. But I am not ready to lose my job over this, and neither are you.
Shh, come on, she's here.
Well, good morning. Hey, how are you? I was wondering whose car was out front.
Mrs. Davidson, it's nice to see you again.
The furniture is on its way back, if that's what you're worried about.
No, I just wanted to make sure that somebody was going to be here to let them in.
Well, I'm here, of course. Did I have any choice?
Well, you do now. If you want to leave a check with me, I can make sure that the movers get it.
Mrs. Davidson, would you...
I'd rather give it to them directly. Thank
Nancy!
you. Look, I have planned my whole day around this furniture fiasco, so I might as well see the whole thing through.
That's fine. I'm glad you did. Oh, Nancy, by the way, the auction is scheduled for Saturday morning. I just found out.
How's Peter doing?
Do you think that you two could go have your little chat somewhere else? Because the truck is here.
Well, I better be going. Looks like you've got your work cut out for you.
Yes, I'm afraid I do.
Bye, Vicki.
Bye-bye.
Oh, look, let it go, Miriam. That's okay. I've got to get going anyway.
No, if you don't speak to her, it's like you're ignoring me.
Mim, I'm not ignoring you. I came here to be with you.
Daddy, please, don't
Mim,
you...
I very much wanted to have breakfast with you this morning, and what is bothering me is that you've obviously made other arrangements. I didn't mean to insult your friend here.
I know exactly what you mean. And I also know that when the coffee's gone, it's quitting time, okay?
No, Babs, I don't want you to go anywhere because we still have a lot to talk about, so just stay there.
Well, I expect that I'll be seeing you later on in the day. I have some things to take care of. You'll excuse me?
Babs, I'm sorry.
What are you apologizing for? You know, Miriam, I've been around, and I gotta tell you, it's really weird the way it's always the good guys who are apologizing for everything. I mean, something is twisted or something somewhere.
No. I'm afraid that's not true. You wouldn't believe how quickly I've gotten spoiled all over again. It scares me even just to think of it sometimes, because this whole thing is really such a trap.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Want to trade places?
Honestly, Babs, I learned so much when I was locked up in that blockhouse. With no TV and no one to talk to, nothing but time, and my Bible. I bet I could get into seminary. I read that so much.
Did it tell you how to deal with your old man?
Yeah, it did. In 1,000 different relationships. The hard part is just putting it into practice. I just wish Daddy could accept the people I love. You know, he doesn't like Terry Davidson or any of the Redlands either. Just makes me wonder how we're going to get along once little Eric comes home. Well,
Shall we?
I think so.
Well, Mrs. Lawson, you lucked out. This stuff should have been in Baltimore by now.
Well, I hope it's all there. Everything.
I got a truckload of this stuff. I don't keep inventory. If you want to check it off, go ahead. It's all right, Ed. It's okay. It's only a bush. I need a signature here, here, and here.
Okay.
Come on.
Nancy, shouldn't you read that before you sign anything? I hope that stuff is insured.
Oh, look, I couldn't care less anymore. Could I have a pen?
Yeah. Here you go.
Where? What do you mean, where? What do I look like, a decorator? Anywhere.
Why were you trying to impress Terry?
Nancy, I wasn't trying to impress Terry. I was just being friendly. Well, she's Peter's mother, and we've met, and I know her.
Oh, no, you don't know her. And so help me, if you start to try and get cozy with her, I'll just make sure I lose that soil analysis report.
Come on. We got to pick up in 20 minutes. Let's hustle.
Nancy, I have had it up to here with you, so don't go try to tell me who I can and can't be friends with. Keep it up, and I'll tell Gil just exactly who falsified the soil analysis reports on the Canterbury.
Oh, yeah? You do that. Why don't you? And when it comes to forgery, I know nothing about it. But as far as who was the person who wanted to get back at it, who was the person who wanted to ruin Gil Prescott, that's you. And who was the person who gave him the soil analysis report? Here. Look at this stuff, the table and the couch, and that needs to be up here in the middle.
Okay. All right, now, if you'll just write out a check for $2,100.
Well, wait a minute, it was 2,000.
Lady, you're the one that changed your mind, not me. Now, you're looking at a 5% handling charge for redelivery.
What a ripoff. Look, I'll get it to you on Friday.
Hold it, boys. Back to the truck.
No, wait a minute. Now, please put that chair down. Look, I'll get it to you on Friday. I get paid on Friday.
If you get paid on Friday, I'll get it to you Monday. Take it back, boys.
No, look, Vicky.
Don't look at me, Nancy.
Vicky, you got it. Look, if I write a check, it's gonna bounce. Please.
Well,
Who do I make the check out to?
fast buck, Bernie. I got a stamp.
You know, we have every reason to feel proud of the new nurses' wing. It's second to none. Now that it's finished, it's about time you started to think of a new schedule of training.
Well, actually, Lester, I've already outlined the courses. I started that before Christmas.
Oh, my goodness. And you've included the new state curriculum requirements, I suppose?
Yes, I have. There were only 2 small changes that were needed. Hours of lab instruction and student-teacher ratio.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let me see the new courses, and I'll meet with the review board just as soon as we can convene.
All right.
Have you talked to any people about the new teaching positions yet?
Well, actually, I felt that since this would probably involve a transfer, it would be better to wait until we have a definite starting date.
Good. Well, why don't I give you a definite starting date? How about the first week in June?
Lester, that would be great. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you, Terry. You know, we haven't always seen eye to eye on every little thing down the line, but I don't regret having made you director of nursing. No, not for a minute.
Thank you.
No, sir, you've done a fine job, and you'll continue to do a fine job. I wish I could be that certain about the other members of my staff, but people change. Sometimes the circumstances change.
Yes. I had no idea that so many nurses were going to be out having babies this year.
Neither did I. But actually, I was thinking more in terms of the doctors on staff. By the way, how's Ben's hand?
Here he is now. You can ask him for yourself.
Well, hi there, Ben.
Well, it's good to see you, Lester. I haven't seen much of you lately.
Well, I would have put it the other way around. You've been pretty busy at that clinic of yours, haven't you?
Well, yes, I certainly try and contribute as much as I can.
And Dr. Phillips is pretty well holding the fort, is he?
Yes, he is, and we've added a registered nurse. I believe you know Lucille Figgins, don't you?
Oh, yes, indeed. Lucille.
The clinic is taking great shape, Lester. And I'm very proud of Ben's involvement with it and of all the hours he manages to put into it.
And you don't feel hampered by your injury in any way?
Well, yes, certainly I need to develop the muscle coordination to what it was. But the therapy's going very well, and now it's just a matter of waiting for the nerves to heal.
I see. Well, have you given any more thought to your decision to work at both the clinic and the hospital?
Well, we are getting ready to launch a grand opening at the clinic, and I've given that top priority. But I hope to maintain at least a part-time schedule here at Kingsley General.
That would be ideal, wouldn't it?
Well, it's worked out well so far.
I have to ask you a candid question, Ben.
Fine.
What are the chances of your ever performing surgery again?
Only time will tell that, Lester. Right now, I certainly can't perform any surgery. But you know, my main interest has always been internal medicine, and I feel much less restricted in that.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But you see, I'm thinking of the interest of the hospital, and we're very pinched in surgery.
Well, what can I say? I'm doing the very best that I possibly can, and surgery certainly isn't out of the question as far as the future's concerned.
I hope not. Send those syllabi up and have them reproduced, will you, Terry?
Yes, sir. Right away.
I'll talk to Jack Egan about your prognosis.
Well, did you pick up on the same message I did?
Yeah, I did. But that's Lester.
Yeah, well, Lester decides who works at this hospital and who doesn't. So, I guess I'll lose my job here. I mean, why not? It just fits the pattern. First my wife, and then my job.
Stop it, Ben.
I'm sorry. I guess I didn't get enough sleep last night.
And why was that?
So you've heard. Terry, I know a grown man isn't supposed to, pull a disappearing act.
Have you talked to Lori yet?
No, not yet.
Well, she came here asking about you. Ben, please, at least call her.
No, I need time to cool off, Terry. Right now, my head is like a jammed switchboard.
Just a word. I'm okay.
Terry, I really need to keep some distance now. And you know something? A little distance might be good for Lori. Maybe it'll give her the chance to count her blessings.
Mrs. Phillips.
Yes.
I'm Nancy Lawson. Do you remember the person who rented you the house?
Yes, I know you.
Would you mind if I came in the house?
No, I suppose not.
I like your apartment.
Thanks.
Did you want a bigger place or something? Because this place is gorgeous.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. I've enjoyed it.
Well, at least I don't feel so bad, telling you this news when I see what a beautiful place you live in.
Is there something wrong?
No, it's just a misunderstanding. You see, what's happened is I probably should not have rented you the house. I had planned to sell the house way down the road. And wouldn't you know it, I just get a call from my agent just out of the blue that he wants to put the house up for auction on Friday. I was shocked.
Oh, my. That is sudden, isn't it?
Well, it is, and there's nothing I can do about it now because he's already planned it and he's advertised and everything. I'm so sorry. I know you have just counted on being there, and I never would have rented it to you if I realized this was going to happen.
Well, these things do happen.
I'm so glad you understand.
I do. Thoroughly.
Well, I think I ought to give you your check back, right? What is it, $600?
Oh, that's not necessary. You see, I've already stopped payment on the check that I gave you.
Oh. Oh, well, in that case, I guess there's nothing else to do, right?
Not quite, Miss Lawson. I think it would be appropriate for you to reimburse me for the service charge.
Oh, sure. Oh, that's no problem. What is it, $10?
$12.50.
Oh, sure. Now, who do I make it out to?
Catherine Phillips.
Is that with a K?
Yes, with a K.
Okay. You know, my doctor's name is Phillips. Do you by any chance know a Dave Phillips?
Yes, I do.
Mim, you have so much to offer. You're a beautiful, sensitive, intelligent young woman. And there's no reason in the world that you have to take up with people like that.
Daddy,
No,
that's...
no. Now, please, let me finish. I realize that you've had a lot of difficulties over the past few years. A most unfortunate marriage and certainly a divorce. It may even have been responsible for you being temporarily unbalanced and might even explain why you tried to escape with drugs.
Oh, Daddy, no, you don't even understand
Mim,
that...
that's all over now. Don't you see that? And you came through with flying colors. And do you know why? Because you're a carpenter. The fact also that you were held hostage for such a long time and didn't break, that also is proof positive of the kind of stuff you're made of.
Daddy, the fact that I'm a carpenter doesn't have anything to do with it. It was just that God was the one that brought me through it all.
Mim, that's a very humble statement. But it wasn't God who was in that miserable shack, it was you. And you were the one who came out of it stronger than when you went in, and you are the one who has everything in the world to look forward to. Now, that's why I don't want you wasting your life with people that can only drag you down. Do you understand that?
But my friends don't drag me down. The friends that I have now are real.
Mim, you've always had friends, and you've always been popular. Now, are you telling me that you need these people you never did before?
Oh, before... Daddy, where were those friends that I had before when I really needed them, when my whole life was falling apart? Who stayed by me then?
Mim, the fact of the matter is that when you were abusing your prescriptions, you really weren't terribly pleasant to be around.
Daddy, that is just the point. When I was unpleasant and unattractive and had the least to offer anyone, that is when my real friends showed up. It was the Davidsons and all the Redlands.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. And you were a sitting duck for their religious views.
No, Daddy, they loved me. They did. I just couldn't accept it.
Mim, how could they do that? The Redlands didn't even know you.
Well, they knew God, and therefore they could love me. I understand that now, and you see, that's how I can love Babs.
Are you telling me that that streetwalker is a Christian too?
Not yet, maybe, but
But nothing. That kind of woman couldn't even get inside a church. Mim, you're my girl. You always have been. And I promise you that you and Eric will have a new life together. And you'll see. All those friends you say you lost, they'll be back. They'll be back.
You go to the Chesterfield Clinic?
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, I don't need to go to a free clinic, but, you know, he's such a good doctor. I go anyway. Do you go to him?
No.
Well, here's your check, and I really appreciate your understanding the situation.
Certainly. Tell me, Miss Lawson, I haven't kept up with the development of the clinic. Is it flourishing?
Well, as far as I know it is. Every time I'm in there, it's absolutely packed. Of course, if I wasn't a personal friend of Dave's, I'd probably end up waiting there for hours, but I don't know. Sometimes I just go there just to see him. Isn't that silly?
Well, silly isn't quite the word. Maybe inconvenient?
Oh, no, he really likes me. I guess I'm kind of a change from all those other pathetic cases, you know.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, those welfare people.
Oh.
And he's so cute, and of course he's unattached.
Well, thank you for dropping by, Miss Lawson.
Well, one other thing I wanted to talk with you about
Excuse
is
me.
when... Hi. Oh, you have company.
Oh, that's all right. Come on in, Stacy.
Is, something wrong?
No, Miss Lawson is just leaving.
Oh, I'm really sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, that's no problem. In fact, we were just having fun here talking about eligible bachelors.
Miss Lawson, this is my daughter, Stacy. Stacy, this is Nancy Lawson.
Hi. Nice to meet you. So, you two are combing Kingsley for eligible bachelors, huh?
Not really.
Oh, that's right. Of course, I've already found mine. It's Dr. Dave Phillips of the Chesterfield Free Clinic. Of course, I shouldn't broadcast it like this. I mean, other people might be interested in him.
Miss Lawson, he's my father.
What?
Oh, well, thank you, Miss Lawson.
What did she just say?
It wasn't important.
Did she say that Dave was her father?
Who is that woman?
She's the lady I almost rented the home from. Please don't worry about it, Stacy.
Doesn't she know that you and Dad were married? Mom, why didn't you tell her?
I saw no point in it.
But she's obviously after Dad.
Obviously.
I think I've lost my appetite.
You'll feel better once you look at a menu. Come along, Stacy, dear.
Mr. Carpenter?
Oh, thank you. And, here we are.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Mim, I have a surprise for you. Something that I think is going to make you feel a lot better. Now, which hand do you take?
Oh, Daddy, really?
All right, all right. I admit that is a little childish, but, whoops. Here.
Oh, this is wonderful. It's our tickets to England, isn't it?
Yes, but not just ours, Mim. There is one more for Frederick to come home with us. And notice the date?
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know how to read these. Where is it? I don't
Right
see
there,
it.
right there.
That's today.
We are flying over tonight.
Daddy, I don't believe it. Thank you, Daddy. Oh, thank you so much. I love you. You're just so wonderful. You're the best father.